Hi everyone, it's Patty here, and today we're going to talk about the Candida diet. So what is the Candida diet? When do you do it? Why do you do it? And is it effective for treating Candida? So the Candida diet is basically a name for a diet that has developed by people who understand Candida and how Candida works. And it's a diet that you eat to essentially starve Candida to death so that you can eliminate Candida. And with this diet, you basically eliminate all sugars and processed food. And then not only that, you also eliminate foods that convert into sugar. And so for a lot of people, sometimes hearing the Candida diet or hearing about the Candida diet is the first time they're learning about a lot of the foods that they're currently eating that feed Candida and they didn't know it. Like for example, rice. It's such a staple. It used to be a staple in my diet. And I didn't know that rice had the ability to feed Candida and how much it converts into sugar, actually. So with the Candida diet, you're avoiding sugars, you're avoiding processed food, you're avoiding a lot of carbohydrates, starches, things that feed Candida. Now, by just eating the Candida diet alone, people may feel better and they might even have some die-off for a period of time, and then they might kind of go off of the diet and immediately tons of symptoms come back. And the reason why is because doing just the Candida diet is not effective in actually killing Candida at the root, because if you have a systemic Candida infection and the Candida has mutated into fungal form, which we talk about in some of our earlier videos, that Candida has developed a hard exoskeleton called a chitin layer, and that layer binds to things and attaches, and it's very difficult for your body and your immune system to actually get into. So even if you're not feeding the Candida can go dormant and live in this exoskeleton, and your immune system can't actually get it out. So you might temporarily feel better, but then as soon as you start eating foods that feed Candida, or if you're under a lot of stress and your immune system is low, if you get a course of antibiotics for whatever reason, or if you're on birth control, or a number of factors that can cause your immune system to dip if you're not getting enough nutrients, because actually you do have Candida and you have leaky gut and you're not absorbing nutrients. These are all ways that this Candida can still surge and still come up even if you're eating the Candida diet, and especially if you only do the Candida diet and not kill the Candida at the root. Now, the only thing that I know of that really kills Candida at the root systemically is lufeneron, which is what is in Candida Cleanser. There's a lot of other foods, supplements, products, caprylic acid, certain teas that all support the body in fighting Candida and also eliminate overgrown Candida in the digestive system, but not very many things can actually get into the bloodstream, where systemic Candida is probably causing a lot of other really awful things to your health, autoimmune issues, triggering other diseases to kind of come to the surface. So Candida can become a very serious thing, and if you don't address it at the root, you're going to continue to have to fight it. So I would recommend a Candida diet, but I would absolutely recommend using a tool like Candida Cleanser so you can kill it at the root. And then it's much easier to follow a Candida diet, because the problem with doing a Candida diet and you can't kill the Candida is that this Candida is in your gut communicating with your gut brain, because you have a gut brain in your gut, and it's saying, I need this food. So constantly you're in conflict with that. Now, for me, that was a big issue for me in my life, because sometimes I knew what I needed to do, but I was always in conflict with it. Whereas now that I've killed the Candida, I'm happy not eating sugars. I'm like, I don't even want it. I'm not in conflict with it anymore because there's not Candida living in my body dormantly trying to convince me to eat sugar. So that's becoming a non-issue in my life, and that can become a non-issue in your life too. So we could go on and on and on, but I want to make all of these videos really digestible. So this is really just the first video that we're covering the topic of the Candida diet. There's a lot more I want to talk about with diet, so please subscribe to our channel. We put out a video every week, and check out all of our other videos that we've posted so far. Thank you so much, and I wish you happy healing.